So it's the end of 2020, another year is gone. My channel will be 3 years old once it's like February 2nd or whenever I created my channel. So for this video, it's December 29th when I'm recording this. This will probably be uploaded on the 31st. I don't know. We will see when that happens. So we're going to take a look back on this channel and see all the great contraptions that we have made and shared and all the stuff that's happened. So how about we just get right into it with an epic transition. Do the clicky click subscribe. So let's start off in January. It was January 2nd when I uploaded the first video of 2020, and that is the giant piston door over here. Now this isn't the original version because I used this for my YouTube short. The original's over there. I kind of flipped it, messed with it. So the original I don't really have on me at the moment, but I do have this 2x2 version, which is literally the exact same thing, just two of them side by side. And bro, what a way to kick off 2020. Every year I try to make a very large contraption. Like 2019 I made a calculator, and now 2020 we have a giant piston door. This was for my 1,000 subscriber special, and I was trying to get monetized, so I wanted to make really amazing videos. And just look at it. This thing's like double as cool now that we have two sides, and it's also very laggy, and it was a lot better in 1.15. So there we go, it has closed, and then if we just put the torch again, it will open. Now 2x2 is actually what I wanted the door to originally be, but because I was in the snapshots, I didn't have any world edit, and I had to use the /clone command, which, as you can see, look at all of those beautiful test versions behind me. A lot of stuff has happened. So this thing took me like 2 weeks right after I made the giant piston video, which is over there. And honestly, this thing is pretty amazing. If we just go into spectator and just take a peek at the redstone, it's just, we got our two main pushing flying machines, and then we have the side flying machines, which the side ones took very long to figure out. And now they kind of look really simple looking at them. But yeah, this is how we're going to start off 2020. It really set the bar high with the rest of the year. And now with the year done, I can safely say I have met and even pushed that bar even higher. Fast forward to March 21st of 2020, and oh boy, the world has changed, hasn't it? We have this new fancy thing called the coronavirus, and this is like the first 3 weeks of lockdown, and I started really uploading more videos because I'm like, hey, free time, I guess I'll start making more videos. And this is one of the first videos I made in March, along with the triple and double piston extender video. Both of these videos did insanely well. They are now the second and third most viewed videos on my channel behind the 3x3 piston door, and honestly, I think they're both gonna overtake it one day. But enough talking about views, let's look at the door. As you can see, it's still just as fast as ever. I mean, now the speed is a little bit slow compared to doors nowadays, because right after I made this, I started making the 5x5 plot, and then Pixie Blocks went insane with 5x5 layouts. He started making super fast doors in very tiny spaces, and now the fastest 540 is less than 2 seconds in opening. Like, less than 2 seconds, and it's smaller than this. Like, that is honestly insane. But yeah, this door still holds up. It was the fastest 576 that was synchronized at the time. And yeah, this door really kickstarted a lot of things on both Synergy and my channel, honestly. So I'm pretty proud. Pixie Blocks did the top, amazing with the top. This quad is very fast. And then I did the bottom, and I'm really proud of this bottom. Like, it's super filled with air, honestly. Like, the circuitry is pretty simple for a 5x5 bottom. But yeah, Honey and Slime, never gonna compete with this, no matter how many times you comment that. So, now that we've seen something a little bit small, let's go back to big, amazing, beautiful things. It is now April 10th of 2020, and after a seemingly weirdly successful April Fool's video, I made Pong and the Mapulator. So first, we're looking at Pong because it came out first, and yeah, when this came out, it was the smallest at the time, and then Yellow Bunny compacted it and made it half the width. Like, look at this thing. It is 6 blocks wide, 7 blocks wide if you're going to be annoying and count uncontained slime, but I find that stupid on a build this scale. Like, really, uncontained slime's only with piston doors if you really think about it. So yeah, Pong, 6 wide. The redstone's extremely simple. Look at this. We got repeaters, dust, and, ready? Torches. Wow, what amazing complicated redstone. It's just a pattern that tiles over and over again, and it was all thanks to the artist123 who helped me figure out how Pong worked. In Minecraft, he didn't actually like physically build part of this design. He just told me, hey, this is how it could work, and this is how how the concept works. And so thank you to him, he told me how Pong works. So we're going to do a brief explanation because this thing is super slow. So I toggle the red wall, and as you can see, the wall turns into a paddle, so now you can actually play with 2 players. So let's just turn it into a wall again. And I'm just going to show you the ball moving for a little bit because this is slow. It's slow on purpose to give the player time. So there we go, we get a 3, 2, 1 sound. So there's the ball. It's slow on purpose to give the player time to actually move up and down. So that's going to hit the floor, hit the wall, hit the ceiling, all that. So when it's in wall mode, it actually hits the whole wall. And when it's in paddle mode, you actually have to hit it with the paddle. So we do that. It's going to hit the ceiling, hit the floor, and it's actually going to hit my paddle. So I'm going to move it up so it misses, hopefully. So the paddles also have a nice sound effect. So we do that. It's going to miss the paddle and disappear. The game is over. And just 5 days later, we make this, the Mapulator, which is just a calculator, but it uses the map as the display. And I'm just realizing now, every single year of this channel's existence, I have made a calculator. The first one was the Calculatron 2001, then the Calc 9, and now we have the Mapulator. So who knows, maybe we'll see another calculator in 2021. So let's just see what this thing does. We'll do a very brief showcase. Let's just do 456 because that's the first thing that's coming into my head. So we're going to see the 4, the 5, and the 6, and they actually carry over. So as you can see, the numbers are shifting along, and we have 456. And then we can just do add. And I guess we can do +4, and then we'll get 460. So we'll just wait for it to clear, and then put the 4, and then equals. And we should get 460, unless I did it too fast. So there's the 4, and then it's going to give us the answer. And there we go, it's going to disappear, and boom, 460 is our answer. And then all you have to do is just clear it, and then all the numbers go away. So you just saw the very cool thing about this calculator is you can put in numbers very quickly. The only slow thing is the actual display, but the actual logic is fairly fast. That's because it does not use binary, does not use hexadecimal. It just straight up adds and subtracts with analog. So here we go. This is it. This is an adding and subtracting module over here. And we just have them tied together with these long comparator chains. And we are in actually 1.15.2 because this actually broke in 1.16 because of this red coder over here. And yeah, look at these beautiful observers. So the pink is just the display, the white is just the red coder that selects the number, and then the blue, the light blue is the memory. So the first number is loaded up here, and then the second number is loaded down here. And then this red circuit is the subtraction, and then the orange, I think, is the addition. I actually have signs here. No, the orange is the reset. Well, it doesn't matter. I made a whole explanation video on this. This thing is probably my best calculator that I have made on my channel, and will probably remain one of my best calculators until my next one adds, like, multiplication and division. Because in terms of addition and subtraction, this one is pretty good. That doesn't use, like, any weird zero-tick addition and subtraction stuff. And yeah, look at that. We're in Optifine. We have pretty glass, all connected texture stuff. So yeah, the Mapulator. Now, what could possibly be better than the Mapulator? Well, on May 9th, I answered that question with these 10 beautiful, ginormous shulker boxes. No. When I originally made this video, I'm like, you know, one shulker box is pretty cool, but what if I just, you know, / copy and make these, like, 10 different colors? So yeah, look at these shulker boxes. We use shulker boxes in the shulker box. Each one can open on their own individually, but if we flick this beautiful lever, as you can see, all of these things open up at once, and it's really laggy, but look at that. Look how grand and glorious this looks. Like, imagine this in a survival world. Like, you have a giant house with your giant piston door, because why not? And then you have some giant shulker boxes laying around too. Like, this thing's insane. And just so you know, that lever, all it is a set buck command to place a redstone block there. Just nothing too fancy, just one command block in this little shulker box thing. But yeah, these things look pretty amazing, honestly. Like, if you want to watch the video, I went through several iterations of making this shulker box. Again, all of these things that I'm showing off have their own videos. I'll put them in the description. I don't really know exactly. Why am I saying this now, like, halfway through the video? So yeah, these things are... They're just so cool. Look at this. Like, look at all the redstone inside. So much flying machine stuff going on. And let's just look at the closing of all these shulker boxes. So we just flick this, and all of them will close very laggily, I guess. And there we go. They all close. If I were to choose my favorite shulker boxes, I think either purple or black. I don't know why, but the purple terracotta just really looks nice. Like, the rest I use concrete, but like, my god, these shulker boxes look really pretty. Now, I could have done all 16 colors, but there's like a limited block choice when you start working with like the blues and the greens, and you need like 3 different shades of blue and 2 different shades of green. So, you know, one of each color was enough for me. So yeah, giant shulker boxes. Like, how could this year get better than giant shulker boxes? And it did get better with this ginormous 4x4x4 piston door. Now, it's June 19th now, we're starting summer, and oh my god, look at this thing that just came out of nowhere. This piston door has quite a strange history. Originally, we started this back all the way in 2018 with me, Lex Bryan, and Sammy Yuri. You know, I explained that whole story in further detail. Basically, stuff happened, people got banned, stuff blah blah blah, we abandoned the project, and then suddenly Lex Bryan's like, hey, I actually made it, and I'm like, okay, I can make a video on it now. So all credit goes to him, and here we have an example. We have the LMAO door, and we're gonna close it because I'm so funny, and this is what it looks like on the map. So we're gonna close it, and this thing spins around and note blocks happen. I actually added the note blocks just so I can add something. And then there we go, we get the LMAO door. There's the L, there's the blue M, and then here is the A, and then you can see the green O in the back. If I just go here, there we go, LMAO, very nice. And then, you know, we're gonna open the door, and everything opens up. Now this thing is fully customizable. You can just push these buttons on and off. You can change which blocks you want to put in the center. Honestly, this creation is insane. Like, I was only able to get up to a 3x3, and my god, these note blocks are annoying. So yeah, let's just do a brief rundown how it works. We have our selector panels right here. There's actually a miniature version over here. We have that. And then we have just one for each layer, so red, blue, yellow, and green. And then these just all go into various different things. So the side inputs are over here, if I can figure out where the heck it is. So these are the side inputs, and then this pink, purple, and magenta circuit are all for the hipster door and double, like all the middle blocks basically. And we need, if I can remember correctly, you need 16, 4 for each layer, because there's 4 corners in each layer. So yeah, this thing is insane. I honestly did not expect him to actually make this out of like nowhere. And also, I added this little cube on the top with the 4 and the 4 and the 4. How clever, I'm so cool. I just added little tidbits here and there just so some of it I can get credit for, even though I did nothing. But yeah, this door is insane, came out of nowhere, and congratulations to Lex Bryan. He doesn't have a channel, but honestly, he should start uploading stuff. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he's been part of my channel for a long time, when I used to play Cube Crowd, all that stuff. This project is truly insane, and how could it possibly get more insane? And look how big this redstone is. How could it possibly get more insane than this? And well, it did get better in sort of a strange backwards way. Now, here we have the combination lock that lots of you may be familiar with. Like, half of you came to my channel because of this combination lock. And it's all thanks to that beautiful Mumbo shout out. My god, like, that was honestly the best possible shout out I could have gotten from him. He called me Redstone Wizard, guys. Here, I'll play the clip right now to prove me.
I never really use locking repeaters and things like that inside my circuits, and clearly it's something that I should be doing more often. What I'm saying is, CraftyMasterman, I consider you a bit of a wizard.
Yeah, did you hear that? Redstone, I stumped the Mumbo Jumbo, so legendary. So yeah, this combination lock is truly insane, brought a lot of people to my channel. You know, this is the same combination, 3.141592653. I'm not going to type it in, it's going to take too long. But yeah, this thing works with buttons, it works with item frames, works with lecterns, and I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. It isn't the smallest, but it technically is in some regards. In some dimensions, it is the smallest, but it isn't the smallest at the same time. It's a little bit complicated. But yeah, a special thank you to Sacred Redstone, who helped me, like, shave a layer. I don't think, like, I said that in the video, but I don't think people got the message enough. Like, this torch used to be kind of under here, and this thing was, like, 3 blocks tall. And then he's like, why don't you just move it there? And then boom, it was 2 blocks tall, and this thing is honestly, like, it's insane to look at, and a lot of people want an explanation, but I don't know. I don't want to really do an explanation on this right now. That's not really the time for an explanation. But yeah, combination lock It's amazing. This brought so many people, and I'm gonna just go in F5 mode so you can look at my Dirtman face. Thank you to all the Mumbo people who decided to stick around for the rest of 2020 coming from this combination lock. That is like really insane. Like I've never gotten a shout out. I've never gotten that much support from like just a wave of people. Like it was really weird. Like I just see one notification and says Mumbo sent me here. I'm like, oh my god, I got a shout out, didn't I? Like it was so strange just seeing that happen, like honestly. So yeah, this was probably like the best channel booster thing of the year. It may not be the grandest creation, but this thing helped my channel a lot in 2020. Now it's nearing the end of June and the end of the first month of summer, but it's not the end of Crafty Masterman videos. Here we have the map painter. Now this was probably, I guess, my first ginormous scale redstone contraption. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks so crazy. I have no idea how badly the YouTube compression is gonna mess with all of these colors. I mean, look, there's so many colors. You probably see like 2 because the YouTube compression is so bad. But yeah, all of that noise and colors makes this nice little green cat over here with a little red dot next to it. And this is the map painter. Now, I'm not gonna actually paint something here because it does take a while to actually paint a picture like this cat. Like, this cat probably took me 5 minutes to make. Well, 5 minutes sounds like not a lot, but like probably 10 minutes more likely. So this is the room, and this is what it looks like, you know, on a 1-to-1 map. This thing is like really, it's so cool. So if we want to just clear the cat, I guess I could just showcase that. We switch to white, confirm color, and this thing takes about 20 seconds if I remember correctly. So once this thing finishes and that block turns to white concrete, then we can clear the map, and actually you can see it loading. You can see the red dots going from corner to corner. That's like an unintentional thing, but it ended up looking cool, so I never really wanted to fix it. So there we go. This is just a set block command. It's not necessary for the thing. It's just kind of like a nice indicator. So let's just move the cursor a little bit just to see what it looks like. So the cursor actually moves really fast. It moves in 4 seconds, so you go count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it moves. There we go. It actually took a little longer than 4 seconds. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that time it actually did take 4 seconds. So yeah, we have white, and then everything's all set. And if we press the fill button, as you can see, it will start filling everything with white. There we go. Our cat has been erased. This thing is really cool. It's the first time I've ever started doing stuff with maps. There's lots of things going on. There's logic, there's comparators, there's signal strength. Like, oh, like this thing is insane, and it only gets up from here. Like, there's 2 more things on this list for my best creations of 2020, and I think you guys might be able to guess them. But like, look at, like, this was like the start of something new on my channel. This is the start of humongous projects, of like really giant, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so big, so much time went into this, and it's just really cool to look at. And if we just look under, we actually never got to look under. Look at that. Look at all this fancy stuff. We got instant comparators going on. It's just insane. So yeah, how about we take this and we crank it up to 1000%. Well, you would probably get this. Now, all of you might recognize this. This is my biggest redstone project on this channel to date. This is Minecraft in Minecraft, all done with redstone, no command blocks, none of that stuff. It's all redstone. You could technically build this in survival if you wanted to. I guess I'll showcase like me moving to the right and jumping, because moving in this thing takes forever. So let's just move to the right and see how long it takes. Last time I checked, it doesn't actually give you severe lag spikes, so I could like move around a little bit and wait as this thing moves me to the right. If I can remember correctly, I think it takes around 30 seconds to move, so we're gonna be... Oh, actually, what the heck? That was really fast. That surprised me. That caught me off guard a little bit. But yeah, moving, I thought that would take a lot longer, but let's try jumping. So if we press the up button, jumping does take a lot less time, so there we go. We're already going up, and we're gonna fall back down because look, we're on survival. And we fall back down. Look at that. It's so cool, like honestly. And if we go into build mode, we can start collecting blocks like this piece of grass to the right side of us. So there we go, we're in build mode. We push this. This is selected. That means we have air in our hands. So if we break that grass block to the right of me, we will get it in our inventory. And I think block breaking actually takes a lot longer than moving and everything combined. It's sending the signal. It's going through the entire RAM in the bottom. And there we go. We just got it. And if you just look closely, I won't move. So then my zoom can focus. There's a little green dot next to our pickaxe. And if we look behind us, the air is gone and has been replaced with grass, because now we actually have grass in our inventory. And we can just place it down again, and wow, grass, it's amazing. Minecraft in Minecraft, baby. We got an inventory, we got all that. We can switch and create. I actually have no idea what happens if you switch into creative while it's trying to place stuff. So yeah, it just took the grass away from our inventory. And now it's going to place it down to the right of us. I don't know if I should fast forward this or keep talking. Well, there we go. I kept talking and there it is. And you know, we can switch to creative. There we go. We get all the blocks. We can fly. We don't die. You know, all of that good stuff. So how about we take a look at the redstone of this thing? Because, oh, this thing is enormous. Last time I did like a bulk count estimate, this thing was 50 million blocks. Around there, it's a little bit more than 50 million blocks. And I'm getting lag spike. This thing is enormous. This is it's just huge. Like, this is the biggest redstone thing I have ever made. And I think one of the biggest redstone things just ever. Like, this is comparable to like giant mob farms. Like, this thing is so enormous. Like, how, I think it's 500 by 5, like, it's so big. Look at this thing. Look at, like, it's loading, and it's lagging, and, bro, this was, like, the summer project. I don't know if I uploaded that much in the summer, and if I didn't, it's because I was working on this thing, because this is huge. Like, I'm lagging, moving around this thing. Yeah, I can barely move. Let's go back to here. Like, this thing is enormous. Now, I had to go through a little bit of bug fixes. Right now, it's on version 1.1.1, and all it did was add this little blue line to make sure inventory works properly, and now it does fully work. Everything should work, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, we can turn it off, and there we go. It all turns off. This thing is insane. I can't even begin to explain how this works, because it's huge, and honestly, this is probably my biggest redstone accomplishment ever. See, I'm fumbling my words. This thing is just very cool. Special thank you to CodeCrafted for making the original all those years ago, and me improving on it, making it basically double the size in every single way possible. So yeah, Minecraft. Well, you can't really top Minecraft. This is peak CraftyMasterman. It only goes downhill from here. But you do remember me saying, oh, I had a Mumbo shoutout. Now, how do I respond to a Mumbo shoutout of that caliber? I needed something like Minecraft in Minecraft that I could produce in, you know, a few hours or so, in a few days. So, let's look at the very last thing on this list for the best creations of 2020. And last but not least, on November 30th of 2020, I just got that epic Mumbo plug, and I needed a video. I needed something amazing to come right after all those thousands of Mumbo people coming from Mumbo's channel. I needed something Minecraft in Minecraft level, but a little bit smaller so I could actually make it. And so I made this with J2KO and Perry Peregrine on the Synergy server, and then I put it in a single player world, and it is of course the house printer. Look at it, it makes houses. Let's take another look at it in action, and it's just beautiful. Like, look at it. It looks like, well, I don't know what it looks like. It's just so surreal. It brings the floor out, and then you can basically see every single stage of it. We have like stage 1, then everything gets lifted, and it just slowly gets put together, and then the holes get patched. There's just a lot of moving parts in this, and it's just amazing. And the flying machine barely makes it over the house. Look at that. It's just one block of space. This thing is just really cool. Like, look at this. And the video that it was also really fun to make. It was a little bit different to what I usually do. And also, most importantly, well, yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Most importantly, FireL, discovered his music, used it a bunch in that video. He's really cool, makes a lot of music. And I'm going to tell you again for like the third time. It's like the third video in the row where I plug him. Go subscribe to FireL. His music is really cool. He just hit 200 subscribers, but why not make him 500 or, I don't know, 1,000? Like, there's 6,000 of you, almost 7,000 of you that are subscribed to me, so why not share that with some Fire L love? Because why not? His channel is awesome. He makes really cool music. And yeah, I used it a bunch in this video. So look at that, it makes houses. We solved homelessness in Minecraft, and it's a pretty big house too. Like, look at this, you have windows, you got an overhanging roof, like, it looks like a house. You can tell that these are houses, and look how many houses it is printed. And you can just stack these next to each other. You can make an entire town, if you want, of just copy-paste houses. Like, it's just so... It's so strange. And then if you want to stop it, it's really easy. You just break this observer over here, and everything will stop. Nothing will break. Everything will just come to a halt. And yeah, it's all done, and it's finished, and it's beautiful. Brief explanation of how it works. We have this little thing, which is just a piston feed tape with solid blocks. When they pass over this observer, this piston will start picking up blocks. So here's kind of like the blueprint, and it picks up that exact pattern, and it puts it over here. And then all of these just lift the blocks and then bring them towards the middle. You can basically see like each step of the house building process, which is kind of cool. And then boom, we have a finished house over here. And then these pistons over here patch up the holes like this, and we get flat ground, and it looks epic and beautiful. The Brinters in the front, that is what they are called. That is the official name, the Brinters, made by J2KO. And then me and Perry Peregrine made the entire rest of the system back here. This thing is amazing, and probably the best way to end off 2020. I know it was made in November, but like I also made a few other videos in December. They were also really good. But yeah, this is what I want to end off this video with, and I'm gonna go into F5 mode. We're gonna go in a little cozy little house as I give my farewell message to 2020. It's probably gonna be 2021 in some time zones when I upload this. But for my final thank you to all the new people who have subscribed to the CraftyMasterman channel and have decided, hey, this dirt man person, he's pretty cool. I'ma give him a subscribingness to him. So thank you all. Thank you to Mumbo for giving me the plug. Thank you to FireL for making amazing music. And also thank you, who else? I don't know. Thank you to all the people of Synergy. Wow, this sounds so cheesy. Rexstone also had an amazing year. He's almost at 6,000. He might be at 6,000 subscribers by the time I upload this. So congrats to him for reaching 6,000. T2 Studios also. He's very cool. Go subscribe to him. I don't know who else to say. This has been the final video of 2020. I don't know. How do I end this? This is literally the last video of 2020. I guess I'll see you guys in 2021. Who knows what's going to happen next year?